A wonderful organization that does a lot for the youth in the community, especially those soccer-minded. Talking South Mason Youth Soccer and the club. Bradley Hanson, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Good, good. How you doing?
Good to have you on. Nice to see you.
Yeah, it's great to be in here. Thank you.
We've got some conversations here upcoming about South Mason Youth Soccer Club. Now, this is a private field right next to MCRA, and you guys work hard all throughout the year to not only raise funds to keep the field in good condition, but then also be able to have soccer teams and clubs play out there. Tell us a little bit about the background of the youth soccer club, how it began, and where we're moving on to.
Yeah, so it's been going on, I believe it was early 90s. I'm not 100% sure what the start year was. It was founded by a couple of guys that got tired of playing soccer on baseball fields.
Yeah.
And there's a few names I know that Ron Marin, Greg Scandrette, Prepanow, these guys that wanted to see something better for the soccer community. They were able to make a deal with Port of Shelton for the land. Actually, when I was a kid, we started practice with picking rocks out there. So it's been a long time coming. Now that I've got kids out there, we're starting into coaching and getting more involved in the fields and the maintenance and trying to keep the club afloat. We've had some issues with lack of quality fields, as people can probably attest to. I know we get a lot of comments in our summer program, which are higher numbers. People come out and see the burnt grass and the thin grass, and so we've really started to make a push to do a lot of maintenance and upgrades. We've actually installed a new pump house with a pump to feed the sprinkler system. We've got the first field nearly completed. Everything but the sprinkler heads are in. It's been seeded, fertilized.
Wow.
And we're actually hoping this March to start on 2 more fields.
Oh, that's great.
This is a real labor of love. I mean, it's just a small group of folks that do this, right?
Correct, yes. Dwayne Wilson really spearheaded this project. He did a lot of research, talked to a lot of people, because as much as I may or may not know about soccer, I don't know much about the fields. And so Dwayne really put a lot of time in talking to people that actually do it for a living, talking to guys that maintain golf courses, just anybody that has to deal with putting grass on the ground, and put in countless hours for our community to do that. And there are a lot of other guys that spent time on excavators. A couple names, I can think of are Tyson Latham, Bob Smith, and TJ Goose. I mean, there's way others, and I'm underselling how many people put in hours, but I know for sure those guys put in countless time.
Let's talk about the time the kids spend on the pitch there.
That was pretty great. We actually, towards the end, obviously we don't have them running too much equipment, but once we got the pipes back in the ground and the equipment out of the way, we had, I think, about a better part of a week where kids were coming out, coaches bringing their whole team as much as they could get, and just 5-gallon buckets picking up rocks.
Wow.
Had kids running all over, and we had some wheelbarrows and tractors and stuff filling up with rocks, and now we got quite the pile of rocks out in the parking lot. I
bet that'll be good for the Rock and Mineral Show. They come up in August. They love it for that, I'm sure.
They could dig through all they want.
And then the season kicking off in a couple of weeks, right? March
yeah,
18th?
March 16th we'll actually be hosting a U9, U10 jamboree, just to kind of get the younger kids going. So that'll start the 16th, and then the regular season will be starting the following Saturday on the 23rd.
When you have these games and the leagues and the clinics and things like that, how many folks come into Shelton that would not normally come into the city, and then go out and they go shopping, they go eat food, and they help spur on the economy? Yeah,
we have when we have home games in the regular season, we're having probably 5 to 6, maybe 7 games a day, and you're looking at probably 100 families coming into town with those different teams, or more, depending on the age group. Younger ages have smaller size teams, but that really brings in a lot. And what our goal is too is to, once we get these fields to where they need to be, is to start our tournaments again.
Yeah,
we've had to postpone all those because of the lack of quality of the fields.
Shelton is a nice location for these tournaments. People can come down from the Bremerton Silverdale area down Highway 3. People can come out from the coast fairly easily, in from Olympia. It's
Correct.
A real nice, and that was kind of what they were billing MCRA as for the ball fields, that this could be for the soccer fields.
Yeah, that's definitely our ultimate goal, is to be able to draw people in. you know, and a lot of that came down to people not wanting to play in those fields. So if we can hammer this project and get it knocked out, I'm hoping 2-3 years we've got the park, you know, looking pretty good and fields back to where they need to be, so that we can. Those were our big fundraisers too.
Yeah, I bet.
And good for the community.
Yeah, tell us about the event on Saturday coming up here quick.
Correct. Yeah. So we have our biggest fundraiser of the 3 this year. Our dinner auction on Saturday out at the Shelton Yacht Club. And they have a bunch of things to raffle. They have a dinner provided. You can buy tickets at the door still. They're going from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And I probably should have had the ticket price for you guys.
It says right here, adults $25, kids under 12, 15.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll start off with some dinner. In the past, they've had great food. I think it sounds like it's a taco bar this year.
Oh, nice.
And
dessert.
Yeah, and lots of desserts and lots of good stuff to auction off. Stuff donated from the community and some actually even from outside. So they hoping to match. Get up to our goal for the 3 fundraisers is at least $10,000 this year. And then Green Diamond has generously offered from our fundraisers up to $10,000 that they will match.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a great gift and opportunity for us. So we rather really make sure we do our diligence to make these fundraisers succeed.
Oh yeah.
And the kids in the Shelton area that play on South Mason Youth Soccer and the club out there, it's what, U8 teams and U12 teams, or
we got starting our traveling teams are U8 all the way up to technically U19.
Okay.
It is a little bit more difficult on the older years to keep those teams going as kids get into school sports, and but we also have what they call mod soccer, which is basically your U7 and down, where they just do a lot of training camps, some little minor games in town, just to get the younger kids playing and out.
You can go to the website smysc.org. We'll put the links when we post this interview. Also on Facebook, you can find the Youth Soccer Club as well. So we'll put those links on there additionally. So head out to the Yacht Club for Saturday night. Nice dinner fundraiser for the youth soccer fields and the clubs, helping to get things rip-roaring ready to go. When so the 16th, isn't that what you said for the first sets of games?
Yep,
here?
the Jamboree will start the 16th.
That'll be exciting. Well, I wish you nothing but the best this weekend and through the rest of your fundraising efforts. This is definitely a real gem in the community that I would imagine not a lot of folks outside of the soccer community even really realize that it's not part of either MCRA or county property or port property like
Correct. Yeah, my understanding is the only privately owned rec club in the state.
Oh,
wow.
Not 100% sure on that, but that is what I've been told several times.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so it does mean a lot of work. We actually do have some board positions.
Okay.
If people want to get involved, we definitely have ways. You don't need to know soccer to help administrate on the park and the club.
Sure.
And if people wanted to get involved, we definitely have space for them.
smysc.org for the South Mason Youth Soccer Club right here in Shelton. Brad, good to see you.
Great. Appreciate
Thanks
you
for
guys
coming
having
Have
me
a
out.
good day.